Good evening. I'm going to show you how to assemble this angel ornament I've prepared. So I'm just going to start by taking all of the contents out of the bag, and I'm going to lay it all out in front of me. Quite a lot of pre-cut components here. So got the head, some wings, just going to organize all of the different components to this project. And the entirety of the components included should look a little something like this. The pipe cleaner may be a different color, possibly white if I ran out of this more metallic color. So, get started. I'm going to start with the popsicle stick, which would be the body of the angel. And I'm going to start by inserting it into what will be the back of the head. So just gently, doesn't have to go all the way through to the other side, just about halfway up. Okay. Now, after that, I'm going to assemble the wings on, and I believe in all of the kits I prepared, I started this paper. It is sticky, and I've found that peeling the transparent layer off can be somewhat tedious, so I started that for all of the wings. So before I do that though, I'm just going to take a look at the two wings next to each other, because there is a chance that one of them is slightly bigger than the other, and I just want to note that in my head because we're going to assemble them differently according to their size. So these are pretty similarly sized, but I'm going to say this one's a little bit bigger. So I'm actually going to start with peeling that one off. Okay. So the way I'm going to assemble this slightly bigger one is I'm going to wrap the bottom of the wing around the body. Like that. Okay. And I'm going to do the same with the other one, except with the other one that's slightly smaller, I'm just going to run it straight across the back, okay? And then when I do that, they should be somewhat symmetrical in size on either side. Okay. Now that I've done that, I'm going to just move this strap out of the way. And next what I'm going to do is start to decorate these wings, give them a little bit more of an iridescent look. So you can start on either side of the wings. I think I'm going to start from the bottom, and I'm just going to zoom in for this section so you can see exactly how I'm doing it. Okay. So I'm going to start with the back of the iridescent section. That's just plain white. And I'm going to lay it straight down on the sticky sheet. And then I'm going to fold it over so that the iridescent side is kind of making this looped shape. And I'm just going to layer that back and forth until I've reached the top of the wing or until I've run out of ribbon. Okay, and I believe in most of the kits, I included an extra ribbon in the event that there is none left on the strip and more can be added. So in this case, I probably would cut some off and add a little bit more, but I don't have any more on me at the moment. I saved most of it for the other packages, so that's okay. I'm going to try my best to make this symmetrical, but I don't really think that that's necessary. It's really up to your personal preference. Okay, I'm just gonna do the same on this side. Okay, so they're definitely not symmetrical, but I am going to fill in the rest of this white area. Again, if you have more ribbon available, then you can just continue that strip the rest of the way. So now each packet should have this little bag of glitter. I apologize if it is not perfectly cut neatly, but what I actually did was create these bags using leftover plastic because I was feeling a little bit guilty about how much plastic I've been using for these projects. So there should be a pull tab that I made using Scotch tape. So you can open the bag by pulling the tab. Just be careful to do it slowly so that it doesn't completely explode everywhere accidentally. And what should happen is it should open up into a little bag like that. And there's quite a lot of glitter in here, so feel free to save it for future projects and crafts that you're doing, especially around the holidays. I find this color to be pretty festive. So I'm just going to pour some of this into my hand and take little bits of it and sprinkle it onto the remainder of the sticky portion of these wings here. And you might want to put some paper, maybe some newspaper below this project before beginning. Of course, I was not that responsible here, but it's okay. I don't mind a little extra glitter around my apartment. Okay, so I'm pretty satisfied with how that's looking. It's pretty sparkly. You'll see it catches the light quite nicely. Okay. I'm just going to back this up a little bit so you can see the rest of the assembly. All right, so we've got this rectangular sticky sheet now. And I don't believe that I started all of these, but they should be a little bit easier to peel than the wings. So this one is definitely much easier. Okay, so I'm gonna pull that off. And the way I'm going to add this skirt on is I'm going to flip the angel over to the front, and I'm going to take this sticky side facing up, and I'm basically going to wrap this around and stick the front end to the popsicle stick, and then wrap it like a skirt, and then press it together, and I'm going to stick the whole front section to the front of the popsicle. So the back will look something like that. And of course, these are not all cut the same exact size, so the dress might look a little bit longer, or it might overlap a little bit more. That's totally okay, however it comes out. Okay, now I've got a bunch of these kind of iridescent rainbow sort of sticky sheets. Again, this is all quite easy assembly because there's no scissors required, no glue, so it doesn't make a complete mess, although this glitter is probably going to be here for months. And that's okay. I'll maybe put a warning at the beginning of the video to use some newspaper below this project. So I've got these, they're sticky. I'm just going to pattern them however I see fit. There's no right way to do this. I definitely gave an ample amount of these, and actually I think I might decorate the wings a bit more with them just because I have plenty left over, and there was a little bit of that white space left over after I added the ribbon. So again, add these as you see fit. There's no right way. And I'm sure you will see in person that these really shine quite nicely in the light like that. Okay, so the last part I'll add is this halo. And I'm going to stick the bottom half all the way down the back of the popsicle stick through the top of the styrofoam ball. Okay, so about that length. And I'm going to take the front and wrap it into a loop to give the illusion of a halo. Okay, if you're finding that you prefer the halos a little bit bigger, you can definitely pull a little bit up and then just make that loop a little bit bigger if that's what you would prefer. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so almost finished, and the last step I'm going to do is I'm going to take this string from which I'm going to hang the ornament, and I'm going to tie it in a loop however way you prefer to knot it. Okay, so if that feels secure, you can lay it down right at the base of the styrofoam ball, and I'm going to secure it by wrapping this pipe cleaner around it several times to secure it in place. So the first one, I'm going to fold it directly against the styrofoam, okay, and then I'm going to loop it back down and around it a couple times in a loop, and that should secure the string in place. But if you're having trouble, you can always glue the string to the back of the styrofoam, and that should do the trick as well.